Showtime. The countdown is on.
I found it in my wallet. You stole it. Why put it there? Why would I put it there?
Kindness.
All I can tell you is I was blown away by what I saw as just a guest in the lounge, just a guest of being a part of the staff. I can't even imagine the thrills and the chills. It was almost more than I could take. But I got to tell you, I met Bob Scott and
Still Rob.
spent some time talking with him. He's an excellent storyteller. I always enjoy a good story. And Bob Doyle, he was there too. If you're sitting around on a Saturday night and you don't know what to do, you might check out the lounge show.
You might.
C'est le Lounge Show avec Rob Scott et Bob Doyle, deux diffuseurs vétérans qui aiment s'entendre parler et qui réussissent d'une manière ou d'une autre à se supporter. Voyons si vous pouvez les supporter aussi bien. Voici Rob et Bob.
Yeah, baby.
I don't think most of the audience didn't understand what was going on. Welcome back to the lounge. I see you are here with our regular guest. Your regular table? Your regular order? Are you feeling regular?
Are you feeling well? We can certainly put a stop to that.
That is none of my beeswax, as they say.
Beeswax.
My beeswax.
Which every time I hear beeswax, I think of a pool table because that's how they. The
What do I
seams
think
be-
of? Beeswax.
Yeah, what do you
None
think
of your
when
beeswax. I
beeswax-
think I literally think of a bee. Yeah.
Okay, I think
Yeah.
of a, because you know that's when they put the slates together. They use.
I know. I watched that happen once.
As have I. So hi, Bob. It is.
Or maybe twice. Which means,
It
of
is.
course, it's time for the Lounge Show. And I am Bob Doyle, and I am residing, currently sitting in, and a big fan of the Henderson part
Las
of
Vegas.
Las Vegas, Nevada.
Oh, that's right. It's not really Las Vegas. It's
right. I'm getting less and less and less and less of a fan of the Strip area. They just keep building stuff and doing events and, but I never go down there anyway, but boy, I have to hear about it all the time. And sometimes it affects my life a little bit.
Yeah.
Very
Well,
rarely,
anyway-
though, because I don't leave the house.
Bob's in Vegas. I'm in Atlanta, or specifically, Bob's in Henderson, and I'm in Marietta.
Hold on, let me type in the latitude and longitude on the screen.
And this is. What were you typing right there? Is that a dead keyboard? I was just wondering, like, all of a sudden Bob's
No,
camera.
I
will
literally
shut
am
off.
just tipping my fingernails on a keyboard, but not on the keys.
Okay. Because
Because it would
Zorn
be
is
just like
black.
me to do that and then in the stream,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
or across the streams, which is bad.
Don't do that. Bad. That is very
total
bad.
total
What is
platonic
that?
reversal.
I've got it here somewhere.
Yeah,
Hold
you
on.
just said it. You
I
just
know,
played it down the
I
line.
just said it. Yeah.
Total
Down-
protonic reversal.
Right, that's bad.
Platonic?
Okay.
Is
All
he
right,
saying
important statement.
platonic?
Thanks.
Oh, protonic.
Hold it. Hold on. Now let's listen close, boys and girls.
Total protonic reversal.
Protonic. Platonic
That's
is
bad.
friendship. Yeah.
All right, important
That's
safety
what didn't
tip.
make any
Thanks.
sense to me.
Yeah. Protonic.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway,
okay, that's bad.
Bob's in Vegas, specifically Henderson. I'm in Marietta, Georgia, which is, of course, adjacent to Atlanta.
And just down from the historic square in Marietta, a
Yes.
lovely little collection of proprietorships. I've gotten a massage there once. I've eaten
you
there
really?
several times in various establishments.
Which
Probably
has
with you
their-
at least once, yeah.
Yeah.
And
the squares. I've been also. I go to the farmers market, which is there. They'll have these little craft gatherings.
oh,
on
that's
the week.
nice.
It
I didn't know.
is.
So they do this like in that in the square area.
Yeah, they'll set up the tents and they block certain streets off, and the local hoodlums sell their wares, honey and little pot holders.
Hoodlums.
Well, ne'er-do-wells.
Okay,
no, it's
then.
fun. It's not. I really am painting a bad picture. It's very nice.
You
And
are.
I'll go
You're
down there
doing
and
terrible.
get corn, like fresh sweet corn and peaches and that kind of thing. And, for the kitchen, Bob.
Fresh sweet
Speaking
corn.
of Vegas, what I wrote this down. You
All
were
right.
saying they're tearing things down and
Building things up again.
So they're tearing down the Tropicana. I
Yeah.
saw this the other. Okay, that's big news apparently.
Yeah, I guess anytime you tear down one of the staples, they talk about it. You know.
So here's what I found out.
All
Here's
right.
our little nugget of fun. When it was built,
nugget of fun.
nugget of fun. When they built the Tropicana, Vegas had 125,000 people living there,
Alrighty.
and now there's 150,000 hotel rooms. So there's the difference.
That's a nice
And
stat. Nice
isn't that a
stat,
fun-
Rob?
Yeah, a little nugget.
That's old school lounge. That's
It is.
2004 kind of stuff you'd bring printed out.
Well, I
got
wrote it
some
down.
stuff for you. I got some stuff
do.
here today, Bob, because we got 4 hours we're going to talk or whatever it was.
Oh my gosh!
I don't
Yeah,
think
well,
we didn't do
but
4
I bet you, and it seemed in my head that it was like an hour. We would just be in there. Well, of course, we did the same thing over and over. Like we'd be playing a song or doing some musical thing, and I'd always go, "Let's do it again." You know, Chim.
I really
Chimmery.
think it was 2 hours. I don't think you would have driven for an hour.
Oh, you mean the one that
No,
we did
the-
on the
yeah.
internet?
Yes. Live
Okay.
365.
Yes. Now that what I think we did it. Yes, we did an hour for sure. Possibly more.
More. I'm going to say we did more if you came all the way out.
Right, but
I mean,
we
we were
also
just,
we could buy time by playing music though.
Yeah,
we
that's
would,
right.
We'd play like a 5-minute song, and Bob and I take a little powder. You know, you go to the bathroom, get another beer.
No, I poured another vodka and Red Bull.
Oh, was it that time in your career?
That was my lounge show jam because half the time we were hungover, right? When we were
Right.
starting, I think. Although you were coming over twice a week or something.
I know. I made the drive all the time, and that was also during like some of those were school nights. Some of those were during like I would go to work then because I was working evenings. So
I
come
forgot
home-
that. Yeah, we were. Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, we really.
It's not
thought
like
we were-
this. It was a whole different level of commitment.
Yeah, and there were you did graphics and although this is a nice screen that you built for us.
But
here
back
with
then it
the
was really
scroll.
only just we didn't have video. It
No, there was
only
no
audio.
visual.
I think
we
I
did
think
like
we
a radio
hacked video at some point. You know, there was some sort of video technology where we were able to have a webcam on or something like that.
You had a webcam, but I know that you built a website because when we would talk
Yes.
about something, then a picture like you'd get a mangled package in the mail, and then we'd go, "Oh, you can't see it," but Bob will put the picture of the mangled package up on the website.
Yeah,
Go to
that
the
was
website.
that was up for a really long time. That
I've
stayed
got
up.
the link. I still have the link in my favorites, and it's dead. It doesn't take you to anything, but
Yeah,
the lounge. I had a whole lounge folder, and that's where also we had bit shit. That's where we had all the propaganda for the show.
Yeah, the aprons and the hoodies.
And the coffee
Again
mug,
with the
right.
hoodies. Okay, that's twice. We've said hoodlum and hoodie. You'd think it was the secret word. And I don't even
Yeah.
have a bell.
Well,
Yes,
and
I do.
Do you have a bell? Okay, good. You should get that little close. That sounds much better. That's the secret word, hoodlum or hood.
Hood, I guess.
Okay. And
Well, I
if someone calls in, no one, by the way, is on the chat board here, so that's a good sign. It's just you and me this Saturday. There's no one here.
I'm being
There's
attacked
no
by
one
my
visiting. And by
All
the
right.
way, I did like the name Umph and Kapow were today's names, boys and girls, from our marketing department. The advertising, the Umph and Kapow.
Every week I have to type something.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just don't want to.
Don't even care.
But
So
I don't ever
Steven-
want to repeat, so I have to keep going.
Here's a fun thing. This is something that you and I have bonded over for what, 25, 30 years.
Let's find out.
And Steven calls me today. In fact, he was calling at 9 o'clock when Latbat was giving the intro, and I'll have to call him back.
I
You
see.
know,
Well, you
but
should
we
put him
talked this-
on. You put him on.
Yeah,
He calls
that-
during show hours. That's open invitation.
Right.
People
I don't
need to know. That's what
I
we
don't
do to.
adopt
That's
this
what we
name.
do to
You don't know
Latbat.
the rules. The rules thing, like the Morrison Hotel, when if you passed out downstairs, you were free game. That was a rule we had in college. And so I don't play those. I'm not going to put him on. Hey, this will be cute. Steven, you're on the show. I don't. Anyway, he called today, and he wanted to
I
show
don't
me
think,
something.
sometimes I don't even think I know you anymore. Veteran broadcaster.
Yeah, my ass.
You need to put that VB card out on the porch, and the
VB
guy will
card.
come around and collect it.
The VB card. My headphone thingy is weird. Hold on a second. Let me fix it.
Oh, it happened to you too. Weird.
Yeah. So
Weird.
anyway, he called and he said, "I want to show you something." So he called back so we could like FaceTime.
Uh-huh.
And he bought a Traeger. He bought a smoker.
Okay,
He's going to doing some barbecue. And is he fired up? And he even said, I read somewhere, Dad, where when you're in your late 20s, you either get into one of two things. You either get into barbecue or you become a World War II enthusiast. I thought that was outstandingly funny. Isn't that great? That's so Steven. It's just that I go, what? And he goes, yeah. And I said, well, I think you're going to do a lot better for date night, for example. If you make her a nice meal, then you sit down and go, wait till I tell you what I just found out about France in 1942.
Did I ever show you my grandfather's rifle collection?
Right, exactly. So he's got it,
I did.
And he found it online, and it was still in all its original packaging, even down to the little plastic baggies that go around all the parts. I mean, but apparently someone bought it for someone else, and the other person didn't want it, so they just threw it up on Facebook Marketplace or something. Something. I think it was, and he saved $400.
Wow.
Yeah, so good for him. So he's very fired up. And I don't know if you know about Traegers.
Hold on.
No.
Now, here's what I know. And here's what I want to know. Like, at what point, like, here's where you are in your grillmanship, and here's where he is. He's learning. Yeah. You're also learning. You guys, shut the... I'm trying to... You're also... So you've got a pace, but, he's got his eye on the prize.
Right.
So is this going to be like you and Ralph and Poole where you never catch up, or at what point does he exceed you and now you're asking him things?
Oh, like
about
pupil
smoking.
teaching the teacher kind of thing, yeah.
Yes.
Well, if we're going to compare it to Ralph and Poole, right, I never, ever even came close.
I don't want to compare it to Ralph and Poole because that's kind of a different... I mean, I know I absolutely did do that. Yeah, you did. But it was really just
and then you woke up and went to the bathroom. So no, you did not, nor did I. I wasn't even in the same zip code. I wasn't even in the same county as my father when it came to shooting pool.
But here's something though. If that pool table had not been down for all these years, and you had kept playing,
no, never get to his level. I don't think so. But I would have gotten better. That I will grant you. But I'll tell you,
Rob, I don't know. Do you think you've had your 10,000 hours on pool yet?
I don't know. I haven't looked at the ledger.
Because I'm telling you, I really think something happens. And I think that whatever you think your max potential is at some point, if you had kept going, or keep going once it's rebuilt, if you just get back into it and just keep going.
I got a table sitting in the basement. It's just disassembled.
I think that you could hit something where something clicks on a different level and you just go, whoa, and then that happens. I believe that in my whole heart.
And if that were the case, I don't disagree with you. I think if I put in the time, like anything else, if I put a keyboard out again and
so I'm just saying never is. I don't think never is
fair.
True.
But getting back to your... Oh, go ahead.
I no, just that this is just me, my selfishness is I want that day to come when you get that pool table back together.
Yeah.
And we're playing. Well, you know what? I can still move my arm.
Well, it is a good game for older people, that's for sure. There's not a lot of...
If you can move your arm, it is.
What's with the voice?
I don't... Hey, look, let me just explore the space.
So, to answer your original question...
What keyboard are you buying for the station?
Yeah, right. Loading Bosendorfer.
My original question, ladies and gentlemen, is
the
your true
original
fan.
About Steven, here's what he said too, which was kind of funny. He goes, I really just wanted, because I'm going to go out and visit, as you know, and he wanted to have it up and running. He goes, we can cook all weekend. And so that will be fun. He kept saying brisket, until I told him that they are expensive.
Oh yeah.
He goes, "Can you? You know, I'm looking at them. I'm watching all these videos, Dad, and all the brisket cookers are making these big. You know, do they?" And I said, "Okay, you got the point and the flat, and sometimes you can buy. The butcher will have vacuum sealed up the point or the flat, but rarely." I said, "You're going to pretty much buy what they call a Packer brisket," and I said, "and that is not inexpensive." I said, "You'll probably want to practice with pork shoulder, just good old-fashioned pork barbecue." Because you get into the brisket world, those things they can be over $100 a brisket.
Oh, sure.
You know?
I remember.
Yeah.
I mean, I bought a couple of them in my day for various things. But yeah, it's not. It's and you know, but you finish them. That's what you do. You eat all of them.
Well, and it freezes well. I told him it also
Yeah.
freezes well. You can have it, you wrap it up, you can bring it out 6 months later and chop it up or put it slices or whatever.
Yeah. I was
but
never
yeah,
in a situation where it was going to have to be frozen, you know, because it was never just me and a brisket. I was a brisket in a family situation.
Well, and that's what I told him too. I said, you know, and it's big. Apparently, it's very big. This cooker, and he goes like it'll hold at least 6 racks of ribs, so it's got some size.
Okay, so he's just diving in.
Well, because
this
it was on sale, like he got the bargain of a lifetime.
Man,
so
he's
why
going to be
not?
moving with that thing. The day's going to come when he goes, "Oh, the smoker."
Well, yeah, but he'll pay movers. You know, I mean,
Okay,
and
sure.
a lot of that is subsidized by the military. They
Okay.
no, I'm just saying, like when I hear his moving stories, they don't seem near as awful as
ours?
our moving. Yes,
When we didn't have the government to help us.
that's exactly
Hey,
right.
where's our help?
Where's my tax dollars? Come on,
Pivot.
Pivot. Yeah, that was that. So, but anyway, he's got this big cooker. And, you know, Traeger, I don't know if you know about them, but they're pellets and there's an auger and they self-feed. He's already, you can run the whole thing on your phone. You can run the whole thing with your phone, temp, everything. There is no learning curve. He'll be instantly pretty doggone good as long as he just follows so if he needs me to coach him on a few little things, but that thing is, it can do overnight cooking. So you could like throw in your stuff and just sleep through the night because it'll just feed. It's got an auger and it feeds the pellets. It's just all computerized brilliance. And I've had food off of Traeger's and it is good. It tastes just fine. So you can buy applewood pellets or mesquite or whatever. And he's, like I said, saved about $400. And then he actually said, you know, I'm going to probably have to buy a cover. And it's a rip. I'm going to look in the box. I'm sure that for this kind of money, I'm sure there's. And I said, Stephen, I've never bought any outdoor cooking apparatus in my life that came with a cover. I don't care if it was a $5 cooker or a $1,000 cooker. You buy the cover.
Yes, I believe that has also been my experience.
But yeah, so when I come to visit you guys, I will have been at the pitmaster's house prior. I will have been, and he wants to do ribs, and I told him, you're going to have so much fun. He's going to have so much
Especially
fun.
if he doesn't have to worry about them screwing up. I mean, I'd love to say, he doesn't know the real half the fun screwing up. No, that's a bummer when you that's bad. They're dry. I waited 12 hours or whatever. And
I had that once with a shoulder. I was a Saturday cook, and I had that pork shoulder going, and I was about 9 hours in, and it was about 10 degrees from perfect. And I was basting and spritzing and spraying and doing the whole thing. And just on my last, I think it was a Saturday, so it was probably a lounge show coming up that night. And I went out there, just the last check. Ooh. And I opened it up, and grease had dripped, and it flared up, and it was just a hockey puck. After 9 hours, it was gone. Just gone. And that'll never happen in his world. He won't have to have the trials and errors. He'll push the computer and say, I want 225 degrees, and then it'll tell your phone when it's ready to put the meat on. And then you just go on and put it on and put the probe in, and it'll do the rest. So all he'll do now is have fun with different rubs and sauces, and does he want to use paper to wrap it or foil or do the naked cook? I mean, I love the outdoor noise.
No, that's not the outdoor noise. That's the girls downstairs.
Oh, is it? By the way, how did
GDS.
GD? Oh, girls downstairs. Yeah. I forgot to ask you so far as the lounge is cooking along here. How the last weekend you were going to do some stuff for Easter? I don't know. Did it go well?
it was a catastrophe. House burned down. The eggs were all rotten. We got salmonella. Went to the hospital. Died. Came back to life after the third day. It was crazy.
Appropriate. Yeah.
No, it was
Okay.
it was just Easter baskets and overkill on their part, and Amber loves to do it, and it makes the day super fun, and so we had a real Easter feeling kind of day in terms our kind of Easter. It's not like we went to
Sure.
mass. But yeah, so no, it was good. It was good. However, this week I got sick, and it's been a couple of years really since I had a thing that
What kind of?
that I can, like you just literally when you know you're sick, it's all in your nose and your throat, and you wake up and
Okay.
and it's there, and then your eyes are going to sweat later, and then you'll get the fever, and it'll be a couple of days. I knew it was crazy because I laid down on the sound lounge thing just to take a 20-minute nap, and I woke up and it was just there, and I knew it was there, and then by the next day, and then the day after that. So today is the first day I'm actually feeling better, but I still have to be medicated to be here today.
But you're normally medicated all the time anyway, in one shape or form.
Well, medicated, sedated. I'm aided. One way or the other,
right.
I'm aided. When
Some
aided.
sort of better
Just my
living for
dulcet
chemistry.
tones.
Dulcet tones. The last one was good. I enjoyed the last one. Where there
This
was
has been a
comedy.
crazy week. Let me tell you what's going on in my world. So my world is it is hot out there. It's not. It's 60
It's
something,
not.
50. I don't know what. Oh, I got to
It's
get a
not.
thermometer on my thing. I don't know. It's 62 degrees in Henderson.
Okay, Carol's here. We have fans.
Carol,
we have folks in the lounge.
So Tracy is on her way. She's at the store and all that stuff. So my world has been two things: YouTube and TikTok. So TikTok's just kind of doing its thing, and I haven't had another million view thing. I'm just cranking out stuff, doing crazy stuff. I like it; it's fun, and I'm getting fun, free stuff. Anyway, but YouTube—that's the thing. So I told you, I think last week that something blew up, and it got all these followers.
Yeah,
now.
yeah. It was doing
I'm
really
just
well.
shy of 12,000 now, and that's up from 5,000 when I started this thing, just a month or so ago. So anyway, it's been a good run.
You're a star. You're a big time star.
But the topic that's got everybody going is AI music. Right, and
Okay.
we played with some of it on the show where you type in a thing and it plays stuff, and that's what I was sending you, right? So that what I sent you was sort of the beginnings of. It was part of. I didn't use it in the video, but as I was playing and creating stuff to make these videos, that was kind of part of it, and I sent it to you. And basically, I'm talking about taking somebody's text and making a transcript of it, and then sending up to these AI music generation services, and just pasting that text in there. And then instead of a musical style like rock or whatever, I just said stand-up comedy, and it does this whole exchange. It creates an AI voice, and it did timing and pacing and laughing, and anyway, it was just crazy. And then there was I may have sent you a couple of music ones too, where they're singing.
Yeah, you did. But
yeah.
I really enjoyed where the crowd laughs at the oddest places too. But it sounds like it has a cadence. It has a tempo.
It has. Yes, it's like there's a knowledge of how to time that. It's not always perfect, but that one thing I did at the end, to me, it was just like, man, if that had played out like that in real life, it would have been a perfect day for him.
What it is? It has meter. It has meter to it. When the crowd kind of chuckles at times, and they're not always a ha ha. Sometimes it's a snicker. It's very well done.
And what's funny is sometimes it can tell in the script when it's supposed to be an audience shout out, like the Uncle Marvin thing, and it will come up with a different voice for that, and there will be an exchange. It doesn't happen all the time though. It's always hit or miss. You gotta do a dozen of them to get one or two that are like, oh my God, that's outstanding. But that's
Just
the
for
beauty of it.
folks to know, this was the original.
Hi, Pop. Happy birthday, sir.
See, it's our friend Kevin, and he did this recording years ago, and Bob has been monkeying with that audio in different iterations.
Do you have
Using
it?
a big- Do I have what?
That what I sent you.
Yeah, but it's in a. See, it's on.
Okay. Because I thought you were going to do them back to back. I'm going, oh, but this is even better than I could.
No, I didn't think to do that. But Kevin will be here tomorrow. Kevin and Mark are coming over. We're going to do a little singing tomorrow, a little singing day.
They can't just make it over on a Saturday night one time for fudge sakes.
I could, one of these days I may ask, but I got to tell you, selfishly speaking, I really enjoy the routine of my Saturday. I like it.
Yeah, you're right.
I have
understand.
my, and then when you're entertaining, like again, remember I told you a couple of weeks ago we had that Riley's birthday party, and then Sam and Ben had everyone come back to their place. And I'm going, that's so that time in your life,
right?
And I'm going, man, Saturday night, all I have to do is sit in a chair and talk to Bob for 30 minutes. That is a good Saturday night to me. I know it sounds boring.
Well, 30 minutes that people get to hear.
Right, and my sister will consume days later because of today's technology. She will.
Hi, Pamela.
Yes, hi, Coach. Which
So
I've been calling.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No. So leave a comment, Pamela, just
Yes,
to let us know you were here.
But how would we see that?
It's the videos. If she's watching the video on Facebook, right?
Right.
So there's still leave comments after the fact.
Oh, so we would have to, like, if we were doing the show next week, we'd have to go investigate. Oh, by the way,
I'll get the notification if somebody leaves a comment on our.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'm the admin of this
So
empire.
before we go, you piqued my curiosity a little bit. You said you got a lot of free stuff. What is the most recent cool little free thing you got?
Well, let's see.
If you don't mind sharing.
I've got a few things right here and a few others in the other room. This is actually it's a beard hair straightener, but it also works with regular hair. Now I don't have a beard long enough to need this.
Angel's here.
But hey, Angel, and but yeah, it's got 3 heat settings, and so it'll, like, if I get bedhead or something, it can kind of calm it down. So that's a cool thing. And then growing up, I always wanted one of these high-powered, green laser beams, Star Wars style.
Oh yeah. Or monkey with the cat.
Yeah, and that's why I use it now, is because the cat drives me insane. And this thing is so great because I can aim it out the window, and if I wanted to, I could aim it into somebody's window very far away and give them quite the shot.
Stir.
That's right. Yeah. So let's see. Looking around here, I think I may have showed you. This is the inner ear camera, Wi-Fi.
Yes, you have shown me that, which I'm still trying to figure out why the applications, but I love that it does what it does so well.
It helps you, find blockages and get them out.
Oh, okay. So you can kind of perform your own surgery,
that's
you too can do this at home, kids.
Yeah, I can't believe they sell them. Seriously, it's $8. The picture is amazing. And you could really hurt yourself. Yep.
Yeah, this is what I'm thinking.
But it has a lot of little tips and I showed you. I mean, it's there for your safety. It's just I can't believe they put it in the hands. And the other thing I did. So here's what I did. Look, you may not notice this. You may not be able to see, but it's not going to focus.
There it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no hair on that arm because they sent a hair removal cream.
You're like a salamander.
Because I thought the girls might want it, and so
sure.
So I did, my video yesterday was trying that out and put it on for 10 minutes, wiped it off, came off smooth as silk. Unbelievable.
Wow.
What else?
Smooth as silk.
And then I showed you the flashlight before.
I don't think so. Do you want,
Okay, so this is the flashlight. This flashlight is waterproof. It has a clip. It has a clip for your belt that's on. The head of it will spin 180 degrees, so you can go out this way or wear it on your pocket like this, and it shoots out. It goes up from anywhere from 1 lumen to 750 lumens.
Okay.
And it has SOS stuff built in too. I'm not doing it right, but not that. That's the flare. But if you do the next thing, then it starts. There it is, SOS, all by itself, and you can make the light. Anyway, it's heavy duty and it's magnetic, so that this
of course
this will stick to anything, like if you're working in a car or whatever.
Sure.
This is the
or robbing a bank. Like the guys who have to pick the lock on the safe. If you needed, they could just magnet right there on the safe, and then you could. So you.
That's right. That's exactly right. This is both the charger and another holder. It kind of diffuses the light a little bit, and also. It acts as a phone charger. So this will hold a charge. You can plug your phone in here and charge it.
Because it's got a great battery.
So you got the red warning light and a blue.
I'm assuming that it also is rechargeable itself. It doesn't take batteries.
Absolutely. If it's not charging, it is being charged if it's plugged into the wall.
Very slick.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Oh, and we got this ice crusher that is ridiculous. Like, it's just industrial. And you put ice in there and just, and you've got snow, baby. You should check out my TikTok channel. You see me? demonstrate all this stuff.
Well, here's the neat thing. I'm going to get to see little bits and pieces every lounge. It'll be Bob's little gadget corner, and he'll just show us some of the neat little gadgets that he has, like the wizard in the Wizard of Oz, where he had that black bag, and he went in there and he found a diploma or a
but I should be able to put a
software.
link to the TikTok shop so that all of our fan base can go get these amazing things.
Put the link up. I don't care. I'm as much of a
no, it's all
sellout
built
as
in.
they-
It's all built into TikTok. You just do the video and you link it to the product, and they just click it, and boom.
Well,
It's
look
done.
at you.
Yeah,
See,
I've got
you're a man of
a
commerce, is
trimmer
what you are.
coming. I've got a
trimmer.
company who's offered to give me wood paneling for behind here. For
Okay,
designer wood paneling, so it's a good gig, man.
you're moving and shaking, Mister.
Yeah, it's fun.
You're good on you. No,
And
I'm not. This is neat, and I like the flashlight. I'm still kind of waffly on the ear photography, but hey,
Yeah. She hates
not-
it too.
I don't
Tracy
think
hates
it's I don't think it's a product that doesn't do what it says. In that regard, they did a wonderful job creating this. I'm just trying to think of the applications that I would. You know what I need to do today? I need to check out my inner
No,
ear.
here's
with-
why.
with
I'm going to
Forte.
tell you, and then we're going to end this stupid show. Because Q-tips, people will jam Q-tips in their ear and they just stuff the earwax down in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So instead of that, you use this so you can see what you're doing, and you scoop only the earwax out. You don't push it down. You scoop it out safely so you're not pushing it into your ear canal. That's the whole point. It's to get earwax out that you would normally try to get out by digging too deep with a Q-tip.
And with those words, those were the words they chose. I kid you not. Those were the words. So when those words came out, they decided that's when they were going to end the show. They could have done, I don't know, countless other things, but they chose that sequence of words to end it. And this is how we're left with the show. I don't get it. I don't think I can watch anymore.
You've been watching The Lounge Show with Rob Scott and Bob Doyle. Join us every Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, and tell your friends and family to do the same. After all, we'd do it for you if you had a show. Probably.
Beef jerky time.